Destroying Destiny, Book 2, The Tooth Bully, Chapter 1, The Black Licorice Gate. The sight of swaying and waving prairie grasses, the sound of chittering and chattering prairie mice and grassland lice, and the taste of fresh air tickled our heroic trio's senses. Emerging from the magic portal from the Easter Bunny Palace, Gertrude the boy, yes, a boy, Pancake the girl, and Steve the backpack rested and seen the familiar view, further enjoying the beauteous chitter-tweet songs of the nearby gopher birds. "It looks the same as we left it," chuckled Steve, the blind backpack. Yes, he is blind. Animate backpacks can't see, but they can talk, hear, and smell with all their various compartments. That's for sure. "Shush, Steve," Pancake, the candy girl, shot, rolling her eyes. "It's just nice to not have a bunch of fishes trying to eat my sugary skin." The stubby, chubby girl shivered at the thought, and shot some cinnamon out of her nose in fluster. Oh, Pancake, as stated, is a candy girl from the land of candy. "Ah, it's good to be back," Gertrude smiled, brushing back his dark hair from his blue eyes. Gertrude? Well, there isn't much of anything special about him, aside from his name. Well, he has lots of freckles. That is interesting, I suppose. "Hey, peasants of the prophecy, so you've returned," sneered a boisterous voice. "Welcome back to where you started. As you know, I am Sir Reuben the Chubby, guardian of the Clark's Tower." In the near distance stood a large fellow, a fellow of the race called Clark, odd humanoid creatures with hairy enchanted bellies and the incapability to walk. Yes, Clarks have legs, they just can't walk with them, so they roll everywhere. "Yes, welcome back indeed, peasants," huffed another Clark. "Sir Lewert the Large, at your service. I assume you wish for an audience with our Emperor Dad?" "No, not this time, thank you," Pancake huffed. "I'll have you know that we peasants successfully retrieved the first key from the islands of the East. We only need 2 more to successfully unlock the door to the Sky's control room, stop Dark Lord Jane, and end the Horizon War." The 2 Clarks looked at each other in dismay, then chuckled. "I'll swear by my magical belly. You expect us to believe you? Prove it," Lewert said, as both Clarks dropped to the ground and began rolling over to our heroes, only squashing a few grassland lice along the way. Rising from his rolling, Lewert shook his head. "You are almost as ridiculous as Bobber and his reinfartation nonsense. Left a few days ago saying something about preserving the spirits of the reinfarted by freezing the farts. Calls them fartsicle." Sir Lewert the Large paused, as Pancake showed the Clark the key. "Oh, wow. You weren't kidding, peasant." "No, I wasn't," Pancake beamed, proud of her accomplishment. "Got it straight out of the walking, talking King Westerfish himself in the midst of a battle on the islands of the East. And we even established a new Easter bunny." "Easter frog," Steve interjected. "Yes," Pancake sighed. "Easter frog. And I suppose you need proof of that, too?" The candy girl quickly pulled out the plastic Easter egg that Coco the bunny had given her. "See, the Easter egg of a new era, laid by the new Easter frog, Patricia. We're going to take it to the daycare in the land of candy so that it can hatch into a new candy person." Sir Reuben the Chubby took a deep breath. "Wow. Well, maybe you are the peasants of Emperor Dad's self-proclaimed prophecy." "You, my swordless knights, doubted my prophecy?" questioned Emperor Dad, having rolled up behind the 2 sirs. The swordless Clark knights said nothing, and Dad chuckled. "Me too. No worries. Quite. Anyways, Sir Reuben the Chubby and Sir Lewert the Large, return to your post guarding the gate while I converse with the peasants." "Yes, sir," both sirs said, smoothly rolling back to their post and squashing a few less grassland lice this time around. "Now," Emperor Dad began, shifting his shoulders and making his purple robe, crown, and chubby tummy shift too, "I assume the islands of the East have been secured." Pancake held up the key. "Good. Now, peasants, you need to—" Pancake interrupted. We need to trek through the foodlands to the Tooth Fairy's breakfast temple and get the second key to the Sky's control room." "Yes, you haven't changed a bit on your journey, have you? Still just as sassy." Emperor Dad sighed. "No, actually, Pancake quieted. Imper Dad lifted an eyebrow. Remember what I warned you about your temper? The candy girl folded her arms, attempting to hold herself back. Now I understand that I'd never told you peasants about the Eternal Destroyer, otherwise known as Ed. No, you failed too! Pancake calmed herself, releasing some cinnamon from her nose. No, but we learned of it from a fellow called Norman. Yes, you must hurry. You only have 2 months until the necessary weather conditions will take place. Conditions the sky's control room system cannot create, but nature can. An eclipse with a storm. If Dark Lord Jane is not stopped from creating his ultimate beast, his reign may very well be permanent. Yes, we know, Steve sighed. Shouldn't we be on our way then? Not quite yet, Emperor Dad sighed. I have news for you. Some good, I think, and some bad. You're actually telling us things. That's a first, Pancake muttered under her breath. What's that, peasant girl? The Emperor asked. She was just saying, Steve, shush, Pancake shot. Anyways, I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first? Good news, definitely good news, Steve the backpack zipped. With a deep breath and a rub of his shirtless tummy, Emperor Dad began. Well, it is spread across the land that you are working to stop Dark Lord Jane, to destroy Destiny, as some call him. This is both good and bad. You are known as heroes, Steve the Grand, Gertrude the Valiant, and Pancake. Pancake the Persistent now, Steve interjected. Oh, splendid, and Pancake the Persistent, Emperor Dad smiled. This means you can gain help from more people, but it also means that Destiny probably knows of your work. It is rumored that Destiny is working with the dreaded wizard, Nolan the Flatterer, to stop you. And don't be fooled, the defenses of the Tooth Fairy Breakfast Palace in the Breakfast Temple in the Land of Candy and Santa Claus's Igloo in the Pole of the North are going to be more heavily guarded. The Tooth Bully and my brother, Santa Clark, will be on guard and will have their respective captives, the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, under watchful security. Are you up for the challenge? Well, we've gone this far, Gertrude, the boy exclaimed, swirling his sword in the air. Yeah, Pancake sighed. I guess. Ah, Pan, we can do it, Gertrude smiled, placing his sword back in its hilt. Oh, peasants, and I have more bad news, Emperor Dad started again. Gertrude, your sword's sister from the stone, has been rumored to be in the hands of a grand warrior that's seeking the keys to the sky's control room as well. The warrior's quest is unknown, but be on guard. Peasants, you can only hope that the enchantment on the swords was true, that only one with a heart of valor could pull them from the stone. Great, just great, Pancake sighed. It seems to me you really just had bad news upon bad news, with a hint of good. Emperor Dad shook his head slowly. No, take heart. I have more good news. Pancake's eyes brightened. But not for you, peasant girl, for the young backpack. Emperor Dad clapped his hands together. Tomothy, bring the bottle. A young boy clothed in rags scurried around from behind the large Clark. Yes, Emperor Dad. As you wish, Emperor Dad, the boy quickly said, pulling a corked bottle out of his pocket. The boy handed the bottle to the Emperor, looked at the Emperor Dad's stomach for a moment, mesmerized, and scurried back directly behind the Clark. Thanks, Tomothy. Yes, your stomach fullness, the boy whispered from behind the Clark. Emperor Dad sighed. Poor peasant, accidentally touched my stomach. You know how touching a Clark's stomach works, entranced by it, always wanting to touch it, to the point that he is enslaved. Pancake gasped. You can free him, right? No, your stomachfulness, don't! Tomothy hollered from behind Emperor Dad. Never do I ever wish to leave your stomach! Emperor Dad leaned over and whispered. Unfortunately, the boy doesn't want me to, due to the enchantment. I'm taking him to the anti-Clark witch that is able to undo the stomach enchantment on an enslaved person. Tomothy looked at Pancake with suspicion as his master straightened back up and jostled the bottle from hand to hand. Ah, yes, my good young backpack, I have a message for you from your followers, written by Leader Richard and delivered by his prize cheetah parrot, Sir Rainbow Feather Specklefur, Speck, for short. Here you are. Dad stuck out the bottle, and Gertrude went to take it. No, boy, it is for the backpack! The boy combed back his hair smoothly and cleared his voice. Remember, he's a blind backpack, unable to hold things or read them.